Hey, Nora.
Hello, Dad.
What are we talking about this week?
Today, we're going to talk about the vacation that we went on.
Welcome back to the Norah and Dad show. As always, I'm Dad, and I am joined by the lovely Nora. Hi, Nora.
Hello, Dad. How are you today?
I am doing fabulous. So it's been a busy couple weeks here in the old household while you have been on spring break. You were busy taking your driving test, and we were busy on our little spring break vacation down to Florida. And so before we talk about the second, let's talk about the first. Congratulations on passing the written part of your driving test and getting your temps. It's really exciting.
Thank you. I got a 91%.
All right, so what's the 9% I need to worry about then with you driving?
Well, that's just because, there's the stop sign question.
All right, so we got to work on stop signs. That's important.
No, I know stop signs. I just didn't know that question because it was worded weirdly. And I didn't know what the legal blood alcohol limit is for people under the age of 21.
In this house, by the way, it's 0.00. However many zeros I can put after the point. That's what the limit is in this house when you're under 21. So I don't care what this...
According to Ohio, it's like 0.02, I think.
Okay, well, Ohio can pound salt because in this house it's 0.000000000000000.
I forget what the other question was. I think it might have been like a road sign that I didn't know.
You know what the hardest part of your driving test was?
What?
Finding the damn place.
It was hidden away. And
well, first of all,
Apple Maps lied to you.
Apple Maps seriously lied to me. Apple Maps took me, I don't know where it took me. It took me to like a storage locker or something, or like an empty field or something, or like an abandoned warehouse. I don't know. Apple Maps did me dirty. But we found the place, and you took your test and you passed, and I took you driving for the first time today, and the mere fact that we are here recording tells everyone that you did not kill us your first time behind the wheel of the car.
I did a great job.
You were fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you were really good. You were calm. You were very careful. You were very easy on the brake and accelerator. Like, you didn't jerk us around. You were able to go forward and backwards with relative ease. I was really impressed.
You have to thank Ryan for that, because whenever we're driving, or I'm not driving, but whenever, I'm in the car with him, we just talk about driving for like at least half of it.
Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it.
So I just asked lots of questions.
You did fabulously, and you should be really proud. And we'll probably do, we started today in a parking lot. We'll probably do a parking lot a few more times until I'm comfortable that I can let you go on an actual road with other cars and people and objects other than, like the parking lot islands.
There's actual cars in the parking lot.
That won't do too much damage if you hit them. We'll do that a few more times before I let you out on an actual road. But I think you're going to be just fine. It was much less nerve-wracking than I thought it was going to be.
It'll be more nerve-wracking once you get it on the road.
It's been, has it been 2 weeks now since you got your temps? Does that sound right?
It not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before.
Oh, so like a week and a half. But then right after you got them, we got on a plane for our trip. So
yes.
So that's why you were delayed in driving for the first time. And we went down to Hollywood, Florida for a few days of perfect, could you have imagined better weather?
No, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was sunny and 83 degrees, and it was perfect to swim, but not too hot to sweat. I mean, it was just gorgeous, perfect weather. We stayed in a really nice Airbnb.
Lizards and stray cats. It was great.
The Airbnb was on a canal with a little water view out the back, and there was a pool back there. The home was gorgeous.
Yeah. I had issues with the shower.
Showers are a little weird, but that's okay.
There was a bidet. That was also weird.
Yeah. Oh, I learned something. So when we were visiting our friends in Germany and they had a bidet in their house, what did you think the bidet was?
Okay, well, first off, I was 8.
Okay, not the point. What did you think the bidet was?
I thought it was a sink for children.
Yeah, and how many times did you wash your hands or face in the bidet?
Oh, I don't think I think I just washed my hands once.
Okay.
And then Sarah told me.
It's for washing other things,
I mean, it
not
worked. It's
not
water.
not your hands.
Water is water.
So, in terms of Florida vacation, what was your favorite thing we did?
I liked when we snuck into the private beach.
Yeah, so we spent one day. We were down there for like 3.5 days, and we spent one day at the beach. Me, you, and your mom. We left Donovan, your brother, who does not like the sand at all. We left him back at the Airbnb with Grandma and Grandpa, who flew down from Philly to meet up with us for our little vacation. And the first full day we were down there, we went kind of just walking on the boardwalk in Hollywood, and which was fine, and it was really nice. But I think we decided we wanted maybe a little less crowded beach, or a little bit of a nicer beach,
Just
maybe
cleaner.
to go hang out. Like we were going to spend one day on the beach, and so we went one town south to Hallandale, Florida, and I parked in a public parking garage and walked across this bridge, or we did, to it, which ended up being this really nice resort hotel that I think it was called the Diplomat, I think, if I'm remembering right. But we just, with our beach bag in hand, kind of strolled through the lobby of the hotel, out onto the pool deck, and down onto the beach. If you go to the hotel's website, they have like information about how, if you're not staying there, you can rent like a pool or a beach cabana for the day. So I think we were probably okay on the beach, even though there were signs that said like scan your room key for beach access and other things. I do think we were okay, but it was a really nice beach, and it was a really nice hotel. And we think maybe we'll go back in the fall. Maybe, we'll see. But that's kind of the initial thought, is maybe we'll go back in the fall, just the four of us, and stay there in that beach resort, because it was super, super nice. We played on the beach. We went swimming in the ocean.
I got many seashells.
You collected a lot of seashells. We sat at the beachside bar restaurant and had a little lunch and a little drink, or drinks, plural.
I did not have a drink.
You had a no. You had.
I did not have a
daiquiri.
drink.
You had a virgin.
A virgin.
You had a virgin.
Daiquiri.
You had a virgin daiquiri.
Well, when
Or
you
as
say
call-
drinks,
or-
you assume like alcohol.
Yeah, no. You had a virgin daiquiri, or as you call it, daiquiri.
Because I don't speak Spanish.
It's okay.
Ryan was making fun of me yesterday at Chipotle because they have this new chicken that's like the pollo something, but I thought it said like polo because it has a double L.
Yeah, pollo.
And then I got made fun of.
As well you should. As well you should. That's good that he's keeping you honest. My favorite day on vacation was the Monkey Jungle.
Day.
It was awesome. If you go to Miami, anybody listening, I would put Monkey Jungle high up on your list of things to do. It is a monkey zoo. Is that a fair?
It's a sanctuary, I think. So
monkey
if you say
sanctuary.
zoo,
Yeah.
because zoo kind of like sounds bad. Because zoos don't take care of their animals all the time, but they take very good care of their animals there.
It is a monkey sanctuary that is currently closed because of COVID for everything except their like super like backstage tours, which is what we did, which ended in their rainforest area with the opportunity to feed the squirrel monkeys, which was awesome.
They were so cute and they were so soft and I loved them.
There were hundreds of them kind of flying through the trees. They would give you trail mix on a bamboo tray, and you would hold it out or tuck it under your arm, and they would climb or jump from the tree onto the tray, and they would be on your shoulder or on your head. It was awesome. And we were in there. It felt like a long time, but I would say at least 20 or 30 minutes with the monkeys feeding them. Yeah, it was super, super cool. We also got to not interact with, but see the macaw monkeys that they had there. We got to watch them eat. We got to watch them do other things as when they, in addition to eat, as what monkeys sometimes do in the wild.
We saw fish.
And, we saw fish.
And
we got
birds.
to feed the giant tortoise and the iguana.
Oh, they were so cute.
That was really cool. It was just a really, really, really cool experience that I would, if people like nature or wildlife and you're down in the Miami area, it is really, really, really highly recommended. It's monkeyjungle.com. I'll put the info in the show notes. We had a couple of really weird meals down in Florida.
I thought the food was great.
The food was really good. The experience was like, eh.
Well, first
So
off, so if anyone out here has celiac, so Donovan on our last day of vacation got really sick and we didn't know why, and we assumed it was probably food from the restaurant. But then yesterday I was scrolling through TikTok as I do, and something came up that said that paper straws have wheat in them. And in like the cities we were staying in Florida, plastic straws were banned, so the only straws they had were paper. And then one's made out of plant fiber, but we also learned that those are made from wheat. So Donovan got sick from straws. So don't drink out of straws that aren't plastic if you have celiac.
plastic straws are bad for the environment, but apparently really good for people with celiac disease. So we went out to eat twice. We cooked in, so we had the Airbnb. We cooked in 2 meals twice. But the first meal we had was at this restaurant in Hollywood. I'm going to butcher the name. It was called Goya, Gioia. Goya, I'm going to call it. The food was, and we went there because it's an Italian place, but they're known for their gluten-free pizza. And so we went there so Donovan would have something gluten-free to eat. I tried the full gluten pizza that Grandpa had. It was really, really good. Donovan's gluten-free pizza was really, really good. My lasagna was amazing, so delicious. But the food came out like all at separate times. Like my lasagna came out first, and then 5 minutes later, Mom and Grandma's salmon, they each ordered salmon, like that came out. And then like 5 minutes after that, like my salad, which was supposed to be an appetizer before my lasagna came out. And then like 5 minutes after that, Donovan's and Grandpa's pizzas came out. And then you were like, I'm still waiting on a calzone. And they were like, oh, and they went back to the kitchen, and that came out like 5 minutes later. So it took them like 30 minutes to serve us our food. And so
But
by
it
the
was
time
really good.
I finished my meal before anyone else's food even came out. I've never seen food served like that before. It was so weird.
Worth it. It was delicious.
It was delicious, but it eliminates the communal aspect of eating. I don't know. I've never seen food served like that before. And then the next to last night, so we left on Wednesday, so Monday night we drove. I couldn't find, and it's my fault. It's my fault. Like I didn't plan. Usually I'm really good about like planning reservations and stuff. I just didn't for whatever reason. And so the closest place I could find that looked like they had gluten-free food for Donovan was like an hour away in Miami Beach. It was a nice drive down there through all the nice like towns with the fancy houses and everything. So it was a nice drive, but it was a long drive to get down there, like an hour. And we had a reservation for 7. We got there at like 7:01. We sat down at the table, and we find out that their gluten-free flatbreads, they stopped making at 7:00. And I was like, at 7:01, can you make we drove an hour to get this food for my kid who's gluten-free? And they were like, first they were like, no, we can't do it. We closed down that part of the kitchen. We sent people home. And then the manager came over and he was like, oh yeah, no problem. We'll make it for you, of course. And then he came back like a minute later. Was like, oh no, sorry, we're out of those. We don't have them to make. And I think he was full of it. I think they had them. He just didn't want to be bothered like restarting the oven that cooked them. That was my impression. But it was just not. The food again was really, really good, but the experience, because Donovan didn't have a great night. I felt bad for him because he didn't eat something he really wanted to eat, and so it was not a great dining experience. So for both restaurants, I give the food a 5, and I give the service and the experience like a 1. So maybe they both get a 3 if you average them out. I don't know.
I liked that one restaurant we went to.
Which one was that?
The one that we went for lunch the first day.
The one the Margaritaville?
Mm-hmm. Our waiter
that was good.
Nice.
That was good. Oh, and how about in the airport on the way down? So we flew.
Oh yes.
We flew Spirit Airlines. I was really nervous flying Spirit. I've never flown them before, but the flights were really inexpensive. And so we flew Spirit from Cleveland down to Miami. And the way down, we had a very long layover in Atlanta.
It's like 4 hours.
It's like a 4-hour layover. I will say 3 Spirit flights over the course of the 2 travel days. We were delayed a total of like 20 minutes between the 3 flights, which for Spirit is unheard of. So bravo, they didn't have us get out and push the airplanes down the runway. Our luggage showed up where it was supposed to show up. The planes took off more or less on time. We got to where we were supposed to be more or less on time. But we had this long layover in Atlanta, and there was a fried chicken restaurant not far from our gate that said they had gluten-free chicken. And so we were going to eat there, and we sit down at the table. I ask, as I always do, just to confirm that the chicken is in fact gluten-free. And the manager comes out and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked. We couldn't get our gluten-free flour in this week. And so unfortunately, we don't have gluten-free chicken right now." And so we couldn't eat there. But she
hit on you.
She didn't hit on me, but she felt, or maybe she was. That would be weird if she hit on me when I'm there with my wife and 2 kids. But she felt so bad about that they didn't have the gluten-free chicken that she asked if she could give me her cell phone number so that the next time we were in the Atlanta airport, I could text her to let her know we were coming in to eat, and she would, like, I don't know what she's going to do, but she said, "Yeah, I'll make sure that everything is like ready for you and you can have a great meal next time you're here." And so she did. She gave me her cell phone number, which was really weird, but I felt bad saying no because she genuinely felt bad. So now I have this girl's number, and I was, should I text her?
Not right now.
"Hi, remember me? I'm the guy from the airport with the kid." What do you think?
I don't know. I think you might get blocked. Yeah.
Or would that
sounds
not
like
be
harassment? Yeah.
Or would that not be a good idea?
Not a good idea. I don't think Mom would like that either.
All right. I will not text the manager of the chicken place in the Atlanta airport. But no, overall it was not a bad vacation. It was nice to get away for a few days. Again, the Airbnb, if you're looking for a place in the South Florida area, it's 1162 Garfield in Hollywood was the address. It's owned by a management company called Design VR, but it's listed on Airbnb and VRBO and Home to Go. I can recommend the Monkey Jungle. I recommend the beach at the Diplomat Hotel was super nice, and that hotel looked nice, and hopefully we'll get to go back there.
And the food there was good.
The food there was good. Walking down Hollywood Beach was really cool too. We saw the
foot volley.
Foot volleyball. Yeah, it was like soccer but with a volleyball net, and so it was.
No, it was volleyball.
Or volleyball with soccer rules, basically.
Or volleyball without hands.
Yeah, volleyball without hands. You can touch the ball with anything but your hands. So volleyball with soccer rules, and they had, I don't know, some kind of tournament going on in there. So we got to watch that for a little bit. I'm bummed that my tan is going to fade as I came back to Ohio to gray, cloudy, kind of Ohio yick spring weather.
Oh, so. I am just itchy because of my sunburn.
Yeah, you did get burnt pretty bad.
It's fine now. It was I just got really sleepy after getting burnt.
Yeah.
But I put so much sunscreen on too. It's what it is.
It is what it is.
At least I'm not still on Accutane, because that would have been really bad.
That would have made for a really unpleasant, summer.
Sun poisoning.
Yeah, that would have made for a very unpleasant experience. All right. Anything else you want to add about vacation?
It was fun.
It was fun. All right. Back to school tomorrow for you.
And then choir tour next weekend.
Maybe next week you could fill us in on what one does on a choir trip.
I have a guess.
Well, you're going to sing.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
And you're going to eat buffalo wings because you're going to be in Buffalo.
Yes, we're going to the bar that made buffalo wings.
The Anchor Bar.
Except it's not a bar.
It's a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So next week I want to hear all about your choir trip.
Will do. I won't tell you anything about it until the podcast.
We'll go cold on the podcast. Okay. If people want to find you, Nora, where do they go?
Nora Marie Music.
All right. And I would be at John Hyman, Jon. No H. Nora is with the H. You got mine. All right. We'll see everybody. You won't see us. Everybody will hear us next week. I always say you'll see us next week, but they won't because there's no video.
I mean, yeah. Just force a habit, probably.
Everybody will hear us next week. Have a great week, everybody. Nora, enjoy going back to school.
I will try.
All right. Love you, kiddo.
Love you too.